one of the things that I saw on your channel in regards to Atlantis was this alloy that they found these ingots. They found this
What's the name of it? I'm having trouble with Orichalcum.
something like that.
Yeah, something like
And
that.
it's a combination
Orichalcum.
of zinc and what?
It's zinc and copper and silver, I think. It was like zinc and mostly zinc and copper, and maybe it was a tiny bit of silver, and it might have just been zinc and copper.
And
actually.
they have found
Yeah.
shipwrecks that have this stuff in it.
And it was written about before too, like it wasn't just written about with Atlantis. Like they'd written about it. It was metal that the Greeks used. It was basically from one little mountain region. And
I have one of your videos that I was watching yesterday. I could find it and send it to Jamie. Did you find it, Jamie?
Ancient
Yeah, that's it.
Orichalcum.
That's it.
There it
That's the
is.
word.
Yep.
How do you say that word?
Orichalcum.
Orichalcum metal ingots.
Orichalcum, maybe, I don't know.
Recovered
sorry.
from shipwreck off Sicily. Yep, that's it. So this was an early version of a metal that they had created.
Yeah, they think that it might be an alloy that was found, but they that it was like a naturally occurring copper that way. They're not 100%, I believe.
But you can make it
We could, yes.
as an alloy.
We could, yes. And what's interesting is it does talk about that in
Can you scroll up a little, Jamie,
Atlantis.
so I can read that? It says, today most scholars agree that orichalcum is a brass-like alloy which was made in antiquity by cementation. The process was achieved with the reaction of zinc ore, charcoal, and copper metal in a crucible. Analyzed by X-ray, how's that? Fluorescence? With X-ray fluorescence?
Fluorescence.
Fluorescence. Oh, duh. By Dario Panetta of TQ Technologies for Quality, the 39 ingots turned to be an alloy made with 75 to 80% copper, 15 to 20% zinc, and small percentages of nickel, lead, and iron. What would be the benefit of that alloy?
It was considered like beautiful, like gold, but cheaper and easier to get.
Oh.
And
Considered
harder.
second only to gold in value.
Yeah.
Was found in and mined in many parts of legendary Atlantis in ancient times.
Yeah, they said that the temple walls in Atlantis were supposed to have been covered with that stuff. But that's where, myself, and I know this, I think that there's a really good chance that a lot of the evidence that we have, a lot of the written records, the myths and stuff of Atlantis, I think a lot of that's going to have a cultural infusion so heavy into it that a lot of the details will get lost, and you could almost just be like, there was a civilization that was more advanced than the people that wrote about them, and that's almost all you could take away sometimes. Like the Greeks, Atlantis happened to be a democratic society. Well, no, the Greeks, they valued that democracy. It was something they were real proud of. So, of course, this great place was democratic. And of course, they had the same, that rich-ass metal, all the fucking, they covered their temples in that, bro. To me, it seemed, you know what I mean? It's just like, a lot of people say that the whole thing, that Plato just used Atlantis as an allegory or a myth.
What is this, Jamie?
It's like brass.
I'll say chemical analysis of the ingots found in 2015 shipwreck. High quality brass. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. While the ancient Greeks did not know metallic zinc, they knew zinc coating ores. And the description that orichalcum has similar color and shine as gold fits well with the properties of brass. While brass is not exactly a precious metal, it does not corrode and is widely used on jewelry, marine instruments, and medical instruments. Goldsmiths and jewelers describe brass as mahogany of metals. Wasn't that that device? I don't remember how to say the word.
Antikythera?
Antikythera, yeah. Wasn't that made out of brass as well?
Part of it was brass, yes.
Yeah. That
Pretty
thing's
crazy. That thing's
thing's
insane.
bananas.
That thing is insane. It shows some serious thinking going on, serious planning. And as I've said numerous times, I think that if it didn't look so clunky when they found it, I don't think that we'd have it. I think it ended up on some rich guy's shelf because it's way too cool. But they looked at it and they're just like, there's like a mass of metal with like some gear frozen to it, or I don't know. It's all corroded. And then they bring it up and hand it off and just, oh, man, look what we got here. Because, that's, that looks kind of cool, but it doesn't look nearly as...
It just looks like a wheel.
And it was
right?
found next to a bunch of statues, right? Mm-hmm. So there was stuff of real value as far as they were concerned.
But what's really fascinating is the 3D analysis of what it was and how it worked. See if you can find that. When they show that's it right there. This is the depiction of what it looked like when it was actually functional.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like, what the f- is that thing? And this was some sort of super sophisticated calendar, right?
Yeah, basically, it's that thing at school where you would.
I thought it was how they traveled.
No,
It
if you.
says weather patterns and stuff.
No, it does
Weather
have.
patterns?
Star phases and weather patterns.
Right.
It's those things that you in high school or college where you turn a crank and the sun and all the planets go around it, right?
Corresponding weather
That's-
predictions
that's
with
what
star
this is.
phases. You can correspond weather with star phases? I guess if you're doing a calendar, right? So if you're looking at when is it going to be winter?
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Often cool.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
That's like
stuff.
way earlier than anybody thought anybody had a mechanical clock.
Well, yeah, there's that's stuff I haven't researched for a long time, but I
Oh,
remember.
that's what it looks like when it's separated.
Yeah.
This is
See-
someone making a planetary thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's effectively that's the same kind of thing, basically.
So that's what it's based on? All those little...
Well, no, it's this. Those are based on it, or the Anti-Kithra mechanism was way before that, right? Like,
Yeah.
So
What year was this supposedly?
I want to say like 1500 BC or something is what it's. But I might be. I might
I
be.
think
way
it just
off
said
on that.
500 BC.
Okay. But yeah.
Is that what it said, Jamie?
Discovered in 1901.
2nd century BC. Oh, so okay.
No, okay.
200 BC. But there was definitely more than one of those.
Oh God,
That's
yeah.
what's crazy. So this is the whole thing when you're talking about ancient technology. If this is only 2,200 years ago, 15,000 years ago, you ain't going to find it. Like, that is so much longer. And if you think about how eroded that is, if that thing was still in the ocean 10,000 years from now, there'd be nothing left.
Yeah.